Okay, hey guys, I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. My dude's trying to sleep and my dogs are outside. I don't want them to bark. I'm home on a quick break, but I'm super excited. I've been getting notifications all day about this package, and so I just want to do a little unboxing for you. But first, I think we need to change the angle of this camera so you can kind of see what we're doing. Okay, that's a little bit better, but if you can see, so this box is wrapped in some plastic, so let's get that open. You gotta love the Postal Service because it says, there's a sticker on it that says fragile, handle with care. There's actually a bunch of them, but you can tell it wasn't actually handled with too much care because the package is like kind of beat up. So hopefully everything's okay. I'm sure it will be. So let's just get into it here. Hopefully you can hear me. Like I said, I'm trying to be quiet. I'm very excited though. I have a real tool today. We call these scissors. Okay. I kind of know. I already know, actually, what's in here. She told me to be very careful opening the box because there's a hanger on the plant, and it could spring out. So, did fine. Okay. First things first. Oh, she taped it to the bottom. That's so good. So, my pal Sonia at PlantDoze I had her make me a moss pole because this Monstera is not getting fenestrated leaves anymore. I think I kind of talked to you about that a little bit. So I want to use this moss pole and encourage it to grow up because that's what they like to do, and then maybe we'll get some fenestrated leaves again. But on this tag, she says, thank you with a heart, moss pole, tip submerge in water with fertilizer for 2 hours before using. Perfect, because tomorrow I have to go get some supplies so that we can do the rest of this video. So she ties them all up. And like I said, she puts a little video on her Instagram of her putting this stuff all together so that you can see exactly what you're getting. So I think that's so great. And this is, I think, cocoa fiber, yes, that she uses, and some jute twine. Anyway, this moss pole is cocoa fiber, some jute twine, and a bamboo rod, like these. I don't know if you can see me shaking that, but it's gonna go right in this Monstera. I'm just gonna kind of stick it there for now. Tomorrow we'll get the rest of the supplies, and I will do a little video potting that up. So, but there's more. Oh, I see how she did it. Oh, she didn't have to send me the hanger. That's okay though. Oh, okay. So there is like some dirt because she sent me a potted plant. That is okay. It's truly no big deal. That's to be expected. This guy's gonna be thirsty. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked to get her open. Okay, let's see. That's another thing. She sends like a packing list with some like explanation of the plant and some care instructions. So, okay, cool. There's a surprise in here too. Although it's all a surprise to you, but we have to be very careful. We're using our scissors. I want to anchor the plant. Oops, before I get this off here, I forgot to show you. So she wrapped it, taped it, wrapped it in paper, and then as you can see, there's fiber fill in here, like pillow stuffing. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This one was from her personal collection. She was trying to downsize because she was going back to school, and so I took this one. We're gonna no crying. Rory's gonna whine a little in the background until we get done with this. We're almost done, I promise. But yeah, she put all this fiber underneath the leaves to keep them protected. Ooh, I can't wait to get this guy out and give it a little drink. It's so beautiful. Okay, are you ready? Oops. Hold on, we gotta get this wrapping out here. She did a great job taping it tight down, but look. This is called a Scindapsus pictus, Scindapsus pictus, or maybe Scindapsus pictus. I've heard it both ways. Also heard it called a silver pothos. I don't believe that is correct. It grows more like a philodendron, but I think it's its own thing. Philodendron. Oh my gosh, look at the leaves. This is a cool plant, and there is, what did I just see? There's new growth coming in over here. There's really good roots peeking through. We'll have to put the dirt back in there, or put new dirt in there. Oh, there's new growth there. So I'm gonna give this baby a little bit to relax so I don't shock it, and then give it a good drink because it's thirsty. Actually, the soil seems more damp than I thought it would, but she said this can be a thirsty plant. And we'll double check the instructions before we get to watering. But she said she was going to throw me a little surprise, and I'm actually like almost maybe even a little more excited for this maybe. Oh, she wrapped it so well. So it's in some wet stygling moss in a little plastic baggie. This is so cool. Oh girl, one of them might have gotten too wet. That's okay, there's still 2 healthy cuttings in here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'll put the scientific name up on the screen for all of us, but this is hold on, I'll tell you what it's called. Purina zebrina, stinky flower. I think it's also called like a lifesaver plant. I don't know. They might have stayed too moist. It's not like I gave her money for it. She was giving me these out of the kindness of her heart, just to give me something fun. I think that these 2 are salvageable for sure. This poor one got too squinchy, but I'm gonna actually let it dry out a little bit too, because I have faith. So I'm actually gonna put this stuff all in this little nursery pot right here. Just give it a little place to be. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Oh my goodness, I can't freaking wait for these to get big, for this guy to fluff up. Put that over there. Look at it. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you, by the way, if I wasn't clear, that is from PlantDoze. She is who I told you is my favorite all-time shop to order from. She's so great. She's so fun. She's in constant communication if you have any questions. Like I said, if I'm looking for something specific, I ask her first or try to. And yeah, so yay, I love it. I love it all. Yes. Okay, so I have 2 honorable mentions too this week because I found like a local friend who is a plant girl as well, and so we've kind of been trading some stuff back and forth. Although she has like a bigger collection and she's more invested in her collection. So I went in there late after work one night and saw this plant because she works at a gas station that I always go to, and she keeps some plants there too. And I think she makes a little money selling some on the side, which is good for her. But I saw this plant and I was like, hey, you know, that looks like a neon pothos, which I showed you that I had one. Very cool. And I was like, but the leaves look like a philodendron to me. I've never seen this plant before. Can you tell me what it is? And she's like, yeah, it's called a lemon lime philodendron. And philodendron, I don't know why I keep saying that wrong today. And she's like, if you want a cutting of it, you come in when I'm working and I'll just snip you off a piece. And she totally did. So here's this guy. Look, it's so pretty. It's got like some orangey tones to it. It has new growth coming. It's already growing roots because I've had this baby for 6 days or something. But it's so beautiful. And let me just reach up here. I'm looking right at my neon. So you see what I'm saying? The neon looks like this, and the lemon lime looks like this. So cool. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Okay, and then I texted her and I was like, I love it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's like, well, do you have a Cebu blue? And I was like, no, I haven't been able to find one. I really need to have one. Ooh, there was a leaf. She's like, well, come by when I'm working. Here's my schedule the next couple of days. I've got some cuttings for you. Look, this is like such a cool plant. It's a PlantDoze. Maybe it's Philodendron type. Let me look at how it's growing. No, it's PlantDoze. Look at the leaves. They're so cool. They have a bluish tint to them, of course. Cebu blue. Even though it's so fun to just say Cebu blue. So those are my honorable mentions. And later on in the video, I will show you how I put this moss pole in with my Monstera deliciosa, and hopefully it gives us some fenestrated leaves. I thought for sure I'd get through one video with you guys. Like I was stoked to be able to like put out one video without a car chat involved, but I almost feel like this is becoming part of my freaking brand, although I don't necessarily want that to be the case. However, I was reviewing the footage in my mind, just a mental review of that unboxing we just watched, and there's a couple things I want to say. First of all, I should have done a better job for you, like inspecting that Scindapsus pictus for pest damage or something, or signs of pests or anything, but I guess I just didn't think to do that because I trust her so much. Not that people knowingly do, but I don't think she would knowingly send me something infested. I did, after we were done filming, look at the bottoms of all the leaves and stuff, and there really is no sign of pest damage. I didn't think that was necessary for a plant from her, but in retrospect, I should do that because I do it with the other plants. So the other thing that I wanted to say that I didn't really cover, because in my mind it was okay, the reality of the situation is that maybe necessarily you don't know. Those Lifesaver, Stinkflower, Zebrina, whatever cuttings that she sent me, the one that was totally soggy and the other one that was starting to get that way, that's not a sign of a poor seller. She did everything she could to keep those cuttings healthy. It's extremely difficult to ship plants, and she lives in California, and I didn't look at the return address yet. I'm not about to be telling people where people live, but it's not like she lives in the Redwoods forest. You know, she lives in California. It's warm there. It's September here now, but it was August when she sent me that package. Today is Friday. She sent me that package on a Monday. It took that long to get from California to Wyoming. So she did everything she could to send those appropriately. It's not like she sent an unhealthy plant, or it's not like she sent, you know, something that was packaged poorly. Things happen, and that's just the way it is. So we can't negatively judge her on that because, well, me especially, because that's the first time in all the plants that I've ordered from her where I've had anything come through not 100% perfect, and that's not on her. You know, there's people who import plants from Thailand, Ecuador, wherever, and those plants have to like go through customs and stuff. Those plants don't always come through perfect. Is that the plant seller's fault? Not necessarily. So if we can forgive that, we can forgive one little tiny cutting that I didn't even pay money for. She sent me that out of the kindness of her heart. So in my group of people, what did I call you guys the other day? My rat pack or something weird like that? We're not going to negatively judge her. If every plant she sent me was like that, that would be different, but it's not. This woman has the best customer service that I have experienced in this. So things happen. Don't come at her. It is what it is. I still believe, and we'll do updates, because I still believe that at least 2 of the 3 of those cuttings are going to be primo. So that's all I have to say about that. I just wanted to clarify those things because I didn't do a good job of it when I was opening that box. So, okay, see ya in a minute. Well, tomorrow, but it'll be just like whew, for you. So just to do a little update on these guys. Yeah, they've been drying out for about a day in this tray. And that was the best one. And unfortunately, I was super optimistic, but I don't think they're gonna make it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That's okay though. Things happen. So, yeah, that's all right. Because the lighting on the porch is gonna be so ugh, and the porch is kind of cluttered right now. I'm gonna move this baby outside. I just showed you, yeah, see the leaves need wiped off too. That I put the moss pole, about an hour and a half ago in the tub. I also put some fish emulsion in there. That's actually what I use for fertilizer in my plants. So I don't know why I was thinking I needed to go buy some. I don't know why it didn't click in my brain when I was showing that stuff to you. But it's actually been, let's see, that was Friday, today's Tuesday. It was Labor Day weekend, a lot was going on, so we didn't get to the moss pole situation, but that's what we'll be working on today. Okay guys, kind of funny angle here, but that's okay. I just wanted to show you the moss pole thing we were talking about. I did move you out to my front steps. I got to sit on this stool so that you can see me too, and not just this area. Anyway, I just want to show you this Monstera plant I've had for a really long time. I don't know how well you can see this right here. That's where the original old growth got chewed off by a puppy who is our audience behind you right now. When he was actually a little baby puppy. He mowed this whole plant down to nothing. I can't believe it came back at all. And that was, let's see, he turned 3 this summer. So it was 2018 winter time when that happened. If you can see, we've got like new growth growing on here. Ooh, I was gonna check too. This leaf. I can't quite tell yet if it's got any fenestration on it. But anyway, that is the whole issue, is I'm not getting any fenestrated leaves anymore. This baby right here, I gotta be kind of gentle because I'm afraid I'm actually gonna break it off. If you can see how long this growth is, I think is really what needs the moss pole. And the reason we're doing this is I read that if you give it something to climb on, because that's what they like to do because they're an aroid type plant, they will give us, or it will give me, some fenestrated leaves. Gotta be real gentle there, poor thing. Last year I had just leaned into it like the bottom of a stool, like this one I'm sitting on. Our big huge friend, not fat, just a big guy, sat on one of these and broke it, and so I had that in there, but it didn't seem to do the trick. But I didn't know any better either. So today for supplies, we're gonna do one less thing than what I intended to. I had wanted to also repot this, but I could not find the potting soil that I want. I could only find composted outdoor garden mix, which won't work. So she'll have to be repotted another time. But today for supplies, we have the moss pole that we got from our friend at PlantDoze, Sonia. Hi. It's been soaking for a couple hours in the tub with some fish emulsion. A pair of scissors, some butcher's twine, because I really think I should probably use jute twine, but I guess I was just poorly prepared. I have this reptile mister just with some water in it from back when I had my tarantula Darla. I used to mist her tank with it, and I have a microfiber cloth because I'm also going to clean down these leaves like this one here. And there's just water because I don't want to clean it with any oils or anything because I just don't know what I think or feel about that yet. Oh, and the last thing is, I have a jug of water here to give her a drink. So basically, there's a bare spot. I've got this rock in the pot. It was holding down some stem. I was trying to get it to root differently, but now it just looks neat. I like to stick funny stuff in my pots. Like this is an old Christmas ornament from back when I worked at Menard's corporate office, so like almost 20 years ago, but it's a ballerina, so I like to stick funny stuff in the pots. So anyway, this has just a bamboo stake in it. So that's perfect. So we're just going to actually literally stick it in the dirt where we want it, just like that. And then I'm going to come along with this. I think. Yeah, I think we're just going to maybe take a couple of pieces of that butcher twine and really let her tie like here and here. Not tight, just enough to hold it up. And then here, these air roots should really grow into that. And then this should give me some new growth points. And maybe, not necessarily new growth points, but new growth with hopefully happiness and fenestrated leaves. This poor plant's just kind of been in neglection city. So, stay please, darling. We'll just take a little bit too long of a piece of butcher twine here. And I'm just going to, no, don't fall, baby. I guess I'll tie her off at the top where I want her first. Give her a gentle little tie. And I'm just using like, you know, a regular knot. I don't know what to call it, you know, just like a regular knot. Okay, and then I'm gonna just snip the ends for aesthetic purposes. And I think I'm just gonna give her one more little anchor point. Can you hear the chickens getting mad? They can hear me and I haven't been to see them yet. Okay, and this one not even as tight because it's not touching the pole, and I don't want to cause any tension point with the string. I just want to train it to be there. So one more. Sorry, I'm standing, so now you're looking at my midsection anyway. Just a regular knot. I don't really like to sit to do stuff, so that's hard for me. Oh, these scissors aren't the best. Okay, so there she is, tied up. I'm wondering if maybe I don't even need, I wonder if I even need to actually order another moss pole from PlantDoze. Have her make me one more to stick in the middle here. I was more so worried about this one because it's so leggy. I didn't want it to break off. But this over here needs some attention too. So I think actually what I'll do is probably just order one more just like that. Or two small ones, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to do some thinking. Maybe I'll order two small ones, or like a medium and a small, to give some dimension to that potted plant. And then, of course, she's thirsty. So we're just going to give her a good drenching. Oh yeah, that was a full jug of water. I always try to keep this baby full on my porch so that on the non-regular watering days, if I need to randomly give a rescue water to somebody, I can. So there, that should be pretty good. This pot has very good drainage. It's actually not the original nursery pot, but there is a nursery pot inside of this pot. And then I don't know if you can see, it's even just coming out of there already. So yeah, so that's that. That was pretty easy. I mean, that is literally all it takes to do a moss pole, you guys. It's even easier than I had it worked out in my head to be. So there's no reason not to. I mean, if you think you need a moss pole, just order one. I think she charges, I'll put it on the screen because I don't want to lie to you about what she charged me for that moss pole. And then you come to me like, you said it was this much and it's actually this much. So she'll make these for you to order. So check her out, and thank you so much for sending me one, Sonia. And yeah, that's it. We will see you on the next one. Bye forever.